So there's a lot of buzz around this. There's a lot of myths out there, and there's a lot of misinformation out there around eye creams. Did you know that your eyes can look up to 20 years older than the rest of your face? This is due to dark circles, puffiness around the eyes, and dark circles occur because the skin below the eye is so thin it actually shows the blood pumping around your eye, and then the puffiness makes this even worse.
Empowering you organically, delivering content you trust with results you love.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Empowering You Organically. I'm your host, Jonathan Hunsaker, joined by my co-host, Terry Ann Trevennion.
Hey everyone.
So today's podcast, we are talking about if you need to use an eye cream or not. As most of you know, we have launched our vitamin C serum and the response has been through the roof. And so we've gotten a lot more questions about different skincare products. Do you need eye creams? Do you need these other things? So we're going to make several podcasts throughout the next couple of months just talking about different skincare products. So Terry, let's talk about it. Do you really need an eye cream?
Yeah, so there's a lot of buzz around this. There's a lot of myths out there, and there's a lot of misinformation out there around eye creams. Did you know that your eyes can look up to 20 years older than the rest of your face? This is due to dark circles, puffiness around the eyes, and dark circles occur because the skin below the eye is so thin it actually shows the blood pumping around your eye, and then the puffiness makes this even worse. So a lot of products out there promise to reduce or even erase the signs of aging, fine lines, wrinkles, and dark circles. But aren't eye creams just more expensive moisturizers in a smaller package? No, this isn't always the case. Patricia Ferris, who is an MD in dermatology, has talked about the fact that eye creams are formulated specifically for the delicate skin around the eye, so they tend to be thicker. They contain more oil than a regular face lotion, and they have a lot of active ingredients aimed at the problems we see around our eyes. So with a regular face lotion, you're going to want something that's a lot lighter for your everyday lotion for your skin. But specifically around your eyes, that skin is so delicate, and you're going to want something that has a bit more moisture. It's a bit thicker and heavier. And that is where eye creams come in. Also, with your eyes and the skin around your eyes, you're more prone to dryness, to show age, to show fatigue. We develop a lot of wrinkles because we're squinting or doing different things with our eyes. Our eyes show a lot of emotions. So again, eye creams can address these issues we see with our eyes, with that skin that's so much thinner than the rest of our skin on our face, and then also with how expressive we are with our eyes and all of those lovely little wrinkles that we all get.
Crow's feet, right?
Yes, right, close to our eyes.
Yeah, I've got them all.
So yeah, so eye creams, there is a purpose for them, but you have to make sure you're getting a product that's formulated specifically for your eyes and that works for those wrinkles, that thin skin, and those dark circles. Something interesting to note about the skin around your eyes lose moisture around 50% faster than the rest of your face when it comes to your skin around your eyes. So it's actually the driest area of your face. The skin is so delicate, it doesn't show patchy dryness on the surface. So it's really good at masking the way that it's aging, and you can't really see it right off the bat, but it is happening, and you can't tell how quickly it's happening because of how thin it is. But like the rest of our face, it is aging, and it has a lot of those issues that we experience with the skin on our face. So we need to be taking care of our eyes just as much as we're taking care of the rest of the skin on our face. So here are the top 5 reasons you would want to use an eye cream to get rid of those things we talked about and to really heal and protect that skin around your eyes, which is so sensitive. Number 1, minimize the look of dark circles. We all seem to have this issue, and even more so as we age. Nothing highlights your lack of sleep more than a set of dark circles hanging around your eyes. When you're tired, a chemical called cortisol builds up in your body to give you energy to stay awake. This internal energy shock causes blood vessels to inflate, causing them to push up against the thin skin around your eyes, creating those dark circles. One of the well-known uses for under eye cream is to help mask those dark under eye circles. And there are many products out there claiming to do this, but just consider the ingredients that are in your products and make sure it's something that's actually going to help with that. Dark circles under the eyes come from genes, sun damage, age, and that blood buildup. So there's a lot of different ingredients that you can use to combat that and work through that. Number 2, say goodbye to puffiness. You've likely fallen victim to under eye bags at some point. Lack of sleep is no joke and surely not the look you're going for. Due to the horizontal nature of sleeping, blood and fluid accumulate beneath your eyes every night as you sleep. When you wake up, your body takes time to trickle these fluids back into the body, and it can take even longer when you're tired. There's nothing I hate worse than not getting enough sleep and waking up and your eyes just look like you took a beating, like you were in the boxing ring, even though you weren't in the boxing ring. It's the worst.
Well, I find it happens to me too if I have sugar or too much sugar the night before, that I wake up the next day and my face is all
flying.
puffy.
Flying is the
flying
worst.
Does it, alcohol. There's a lot of things that create the puffiness in the face.
Yeah, make you look so tired, and especially around your eyes is the worst. Number 3, reduce wrinkles. Whether you're a victim of smile lines or sun damage, under eye wrinkles are a fact of life. Luckily, there are a few products you can use to help reduce them and keep your skin looking youthful. Fine lines and wrinkles come from both sun damage and your skin making less collagen as you age. And collagen is one of those things that helps to maintain the skin's elasticity, so important when it comes to the health of your eyes. Number 4, eye creams can help to prevent wrinkles. Of course, getting rid of present wrinkles is something most of us think to do, but many people neglect the importance of prevention. And this goes for a lot of different things in our lives when it comes to prevention with our health, with our skin, but especially with our eyes. Being proactive about potential wrinkles by using anti-aging products will save yourself the stress and hassle of waiting until they appear. Skin around the eyes is 40% thinner, like we talked about, and it's also the least elastic part of your face. That means that that area around your eye isn't going to bounce back like your cheeks may or other areas of your face. It's a lot harder when it comes to that skin around your eyes to keep it healthy, keep it vibrant, and keep it hydrated. And so I think you really have to be careful there when it comes to prevention and really make sure that you're taking care of the skin around your eyes.
Well, and I'm just going to interrupt for a quick second. I mean, it goes for everything in life. It seems like we go through this podcast and we talk about all kinds of different subjects, and prevention constantly comes up. I know it's easy and it's at our forefront of our mind once we see the wrinkle or once we feel unhealthy or once things start deteriorating. But really, if you just start a little bit earlier and pay attention to it, you can prevent the wrinkles, right? So not only can you repair those, but if you're 30, 35, like consider starting to use an eye cream now, and it's going to make a world of difference rather than waiting until 45, 50, 55, for the other side.
Absolutely. Number 5 in reasons why you would want to use an eye cream. It's a great way to prep your skin for makeup. While there are plenty of products that will prep your skin for your daily makeup routine, under eye cream is one that most people overlook. With its firming and smoothing qualities, it has the power to make all the difference in how your makeup applies and wears throughout the day. Think about what we just talked about with the skin being so thin around your eyes, and it's a lot more dry than you think it is. So when you put makeup on to dry skin, it really doesn't apply well and it doesn't apply evenly. And keeping your eyes hydrated is going to help it to go on better, to be smooth, to last longer, and just all of those good benefits of your skin being prepped for makeup. You want to do the same thing with your eye. And I'm just going to put a plug out there that if you're wearing makeup, you should be wearing an organic, clean makeup. They're out there. They're becoming more prevalent in the industry. Like, you absolutely should be looking for a clean makeup. So speaking of products that we can use, like makeup and having organic makeup, there are a lot of products out there when it comes to your eyes and eye creams. But there are some things that you really need to be careful of when it comes to your eye cream. We did a couple of podcasts a while back, episode 55 and 56, where we talked about ingredients to avoid in your skincare and some of the regulations around skincare in the United States. So if you haven't checked those out, make sure to go back and check those out. You would certainly want to look for all of those things when you're looking at something for your eyes, but we're going to talk about the top 3 ingredients to avoid when it comes to an eye cream. So number 1 is parabens. Found in most products that contain any amount of water, parabens are common in makeup and skincare products as well as makeup removers. While preservatives work to prevent bacteria from forming in your products, ingredients like parabens can also cause adverse reactions in some when placed too close to the eye. I don't know about you, but I definitely don't want a reaction in my eyes, and just all the things that can go wrong with your eyes, infections, ingredients causing your ability to see and impairing your vision. You want to be so careful with every product you use in your regimen, but think about being close to your eyes. Such delicate, sensitive skin, the liquid coming in and out of your eyes, things that can get into your eyes. You just want to be so careful when it comes to avoiding these ingredients we're covering today and beyond. The second one is heavy metals. Nickel and chrome, 2 heavy metals seen in all sorts of makeup products, are known to be responsible for skin and eye allergies. However, don't confuse these with metals such as iron, which plays an important role in your body as is necessary for proper function. So again, go back and listen to our podcast where we talk about ingredients you want to avoid, and we also give some information around organizations that you can look at that will help guide you when it comes to heavy metals, things that you want to be looking for when it comes to heavy metals that you don't want in your products, and educating you on that information. And we'll also put information in the show notes. And the last ingredient is retinols. Retinols are still the gold standard of anti-aging ingredients. You have to be careful about where and how you apply them. When used in close proximity to the sensitive lining of the eye, retinols may precipitate dry eye and significant irritation. The solution is don't get too close to your eye and use a retinol that's specifically formulated for use in the area instead of your facial retinol. So you want to be really careful with this ingredient as well. You want to make sure that you're using it in the right places. And again, when it comes to your eyes, the ingredients you're using close to your eyes is really important. So make sure that you're using an eye cream that is safe to use around your eyes, especially with that skin and the sensitive skin around your eyes, but also for things that may come in contact with your eyes. You want to make sure they're natural. They're not going to impair your vision, cause infections and things, allergies and things of that nature. So being super careful with a product as far as eye creams goes. So having said that, to bust all of those myths, eye creams are super important and they do serve a purpose. And that skin around our eyes is so sensitive. We talked about prevention, and we can prevent aging from happening there, or aging happening as fast as it typically does, by using a good eye cream that's clean, high quality, and specifically formulated to benefit your skin around the eye.
Well, and you know, skincare eye cream, it's not just for women, it's for men as well. I mean, men can greatly benefit from it. As I continue to age, I notice more and more wrinkles, and I'm using eye cream, I'm using our vitamin C serum, I'm using all these things, and it matters. I mean, it really makes a difference. I don't mind a little salt and pepper in my hair, a little salt and pepper in the beard, but I don't want to be overly wrinkled, right? I still want to look young and feel young. So it's not just for women, it's for men too.
Absolutely, 100%.
So I didn't contribute too much to this podcast. I was just here being eye candy. But so what I will say, I know what you're probably thinking, John, what eye cream should I use? And I just want to give a really quick plug that Organixx has launched our very own eye cream called Renew. And all of the ingredients are USDA certified organic ingredients. Terry Ann has formulated it. It is phenomenal. I'm not going to tell you any more about it on this podcast. Go to Empowering You. Organically.com. Check out the show notes for everything from this podcast, and also go find a link to our brand new Renew, and you can learn more about that there. Let's see what else. Like us on iTunes, subscribe to our podcast so that we can continue to deliver more information around skincare, the things to avoid, the things to look for, what do you need, what don't you need, all of that good stuff. Terry Ann, any last words?
I'm just super excited to be covering this information today and super excited about our eye cream. So go check it out.
Absolutely. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next show.
Thanks everyone.